What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Last episode we finished up some of the electrical here, so today is going to be the last couple just finishing touches here. I do need to connect the speed sensors. I have the stock Pathfinder ones, and then I have the Cummins, the ones on the Cummins axle. They are both 2 wires, positive and negative. I'm going to splice them together at full droop, and I'm going to, I guess we'll find out at test drive and all that if it works. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't. It's basically just going to send a signal. And then last but not least, we are going to do our limit straps, which I do have over here on the table. So they're a little bit different length because the way that when you jack it up, the track bar actually swings the axle just that little bit. It just moves a little bit. So it's just a little bit of a difference here on where the specific mounting points that I wanted to go to. I ordered the tabs. I ordered all the tabs and straps. I have hardware and everything. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna jack this thing up, get it all the way to full droop, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna clean some spots and weld these on. Okay, so how we do this, how I do this typically, I have the cherry picker lifting the front of the vehicle. So I removed all jack stands, everything underneath, so it's completely just hanging off the cherry picker there. So shocks, everything are completely at full droop. This is max angled down on everything. So what I do, I typically will do a 1-inch mark here. So I'm gonna mark 1 inch. That gives me a reference point. So typically when you do your straps, it has each brand strap and whether they're double layered or triple layered. So it's not 1 inch exactly, but it's usually about a 1 inch stretch. The thicker the strap, obviously the less stretch. So if you get the ones that are tripled up or whatever, I think they're more like a 1/2 inch stretch. But typically each strap is all different. So I typically take out 1 inch of shaft travel here. So I'm gonna put my mark, I'm gonna put my jack underneath it. I'm gonna jack this wheel up until that 1 inch is basically, that Sharpie line is basically just barely inside the shock. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna grind my couple spots where my tabs are gonna be for the straps. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna weld those on, so that way when the strap is tight, it still has that 1 more inch of shock shaft once the springs and everything are on to push, and it has that 1 inch of stretch. So that way you're not slamming the coil over the shaft on the bottom of the cap here, because that's how you blow out your caps. So basically I make sure that everything starts stretching at that 1 inch, and it basically stops it before. So now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna jack this up a little bit, and I'm gonna start putting my tabs on. here. So there's your upper tabs. There's your lower tab. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna let those cool. I'm gonna touch them up with the paint again. I'm gonna put the strap back on, and then we're gonna start doing the speed sensor. I'm gonna bounce over and I'm gonna do the other side real quick. Alright, so here's a quick little peek. Ouch, hit my head. Here's the driver's side. Try to show you both sides here. Here's the passenger side. Or I mean driver's side lower on the axle. Sorry, I just hit my head apparently too hard. So I'm gonna touch those up first thing in the morning. I'm gonna connect these wires, and then we're gonna put the tires on. That's gonna be a wrap. Alright, so limit straps are on, they're fully tight. I ran through the whole front end, made sure I got every nut and bolt tight. I did the wheel speed sensors on both sides. I went ahead and zip tied it all the way down. I'm gonna throw one more zip tie in right there, just to make sure everything's nice and tight, nice and even. I'll go ahead and show you this other side. Here as well, everything is tight, everything is on all the way. So we're gonna lift it up just a little bit more and get the wheels and tires on, and we're gonna flip this thing around. We're gonna start doing the rear. Alright, so that's gonna be a wrap for the front end on the Pathfinder. I do have to go ahead and bleed the front brakes, just so when I go ahead and I turn it around, I don't run into anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera. I don't need to bore you guys with that, but that's gonna be it. So bumper's done, 4 links done, axle's done, coilovers are done, limit straps are done, steering is done, everything is done. So that's gonna be it. We are gonna revisit it once we get the, we're gonna do some rock sliders, we're gonna do a new rack, possibly a new rack. We're gonna for sure do a rear bumper, spare tire carrier, as long as obviously the rear 4-link and everything. We are doing a fuel cell and a couple other things. So we're gonna be adding quite a bit of weight to it, which is why we are not doing springs yet. I want to get the full overall, like the full actual weight. We are also going back and forth debating on when we're gonna do the exo cage. We might do it sooner than later. We might hold off, let him enjoy it for a little bit and bring it back, let him save up, but let him go out and enjoy it. So no reason for it to just sit here if it's just gonna be sitting. Might as well go drive it and enjoy it and set some money aside and bring it back. We'll do the cage. So, but that's it, guys. I have not measured for actual wheel travel yet. Maybe I will do that and then I will post another video about that. But I'm sure that's gonna be a question. I honestly do not know the full cycle yet. It is a 16-inch coilover, but as you know, the wheel hubs usually move a little bit more than that. So as you can see, there's quite a bit. So that's gonna be it. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like our video, comment, let us know, what do you think? What's gonna be your guess on the suspension travel? Like I said, it is a 16-inch coilover. Let's get some comments in there. Let's see, what are some guesses? So it is Chevy 3/4 ton, 8-lug axles on a Pathfinder with 16-inch king coilovers. So let's see, what are your guys' guesses?